Hello students, welcome to the channel. This is Anamika Talukdar and today I am going to discuss about the Himalayan mountains, a little description about the Himalayan mountains. And in my previous video I explained you about the formation of Himalaya. Go through the video if you have not gone yet. I try to explain how it is formed, and today I am going to give a rough sketch about how Himalayas stretching from east to west and what are the longitudinal and latitudinal division of Himalaya. I have made a rough sketch of it, so I'll explain it here. So these are our India is at first, yes, our India is divided into 5 physiographic divisions. As I already said that India, it is not same everywhere from north to south or from east to west. So India, according to its features, its land masses, it is divided into 5 divisions. First one is our Himalayan mountains, which I am going to discuss today. And then we have northern plains, then we have peninsular plateau, then Indian desert and the island. So the first one is the Himalayan mountains. So the first point is, I have written here that Himalayas geologically young and structurally full mountains stretch over from northern borders of India. So you can see the northern borders from here to here. Himalaya is stretching. This is the northern border. So Himalaya is stretching over the northern borders, and it is said as geologically young and folded mountains. Structurally fold means which is one after another folded like this. That's why it is said as folded mountain. And why it is young? Because it is formed over like 200 million years ago, when the peninsular part of India, this part I already explained that this part was the oldest landmass, and when this part, the peninsular plateau, was going to meet the bigger Eurasian plate, then only Himalaya was formed here. So that's why it is said as young mountain. So it has taken many years to form and take today's shape, and that's why it is said as young mountains. So this is the first point, and it is stretching over from the west till the east and forming an arc. So this is a shape of the arc is taken as it is stretching from here to there. Now second point is, this runs in a west-east direction from Indus to Brahmaputra. Yes, I already said it that Himalayan mountains are stretching from the Indus. This is Indus river. So from here, the originating of Indus is from Himalaya only. One of the major river of Himalaya is Indus. So from here, it is stretching till our northeastern part. So Himalaya is stretching from west. It is mainly here in the northern borders and is stretching over to northeastern part. So from west to east direction it is stretching. Then the third point, you can see it is loftiest and rugged mountain. So Himalaya is pointed, sharp and very tall mountain, and also rugged means rough mountains. So this is the third point. Then the point number 4 is forms an arc. I already said this is an arc which is formed by Himalaya and which covers a distance of about 2400 kilometers. So the Himalayan mountains, in how it is stretching from west to east, it is taking an area of 2400 kilometers. So this is the area taken by Himalaya. Then point number 5 is, width varies from 400 km in Kashmir and 150 km in Arunachal Pradesh. So if we see Himalaya, the stretching of Himalaya in Kashmir, it is here, it is more, this side it is more, and here if we see till Arunachal, here the stretching is less. So here we can see that this is 400, almost about 400 km, and up to this, when we come to Arunachal Pradesh, this stretching is lower than the Kashmir one, so it is 150 km here. Then if we see according to the altitudinal variation mean from higher to the lower. So from altitudinal variation, if we divide Himalaya, then there will be, yes, many ranges, but if we see parallelly means from higher to the lower of Himalaya, if we see, then there are 3 ranges. So these altitudinal ranges are, first one is Himadri, which is the highest range of Himalaya. Then second one is Himachal, and third one is Shivalik. Let me repeat it again. Altitudinal variation means when we talk about or longitudinal also we can say. So this is from high to low. So this is the highest one, that is Himadri. Here I have written Himadri is also said as Great Himalayas or the Inner Himalayas and Himadri. So these are the names of Himadri. This is the first range. Then second range of Himalaya, this is the middle one. This is known as Lesser Himalaya or Himachal. Himachal or Lesser Himalaya. So this is the highest one and this is the middle one. And the third one is the last one, that is Shivalik. When we see the parallel ranges from the up to down, then the last one is Shivalik range, and it is also said as Outer Himalaya. So these are the parallel ranges. When we talk about parallel ranges of Himalaya, these are the parallel ranges. First one Himadri, Himachal, and then Shivalik. So these are altitudinal ranges of Himalaya. So I hope it is clear till here. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. The next thing we are going to discuss, how Himalaya is divided on the basis of different regions. So we have talked about longitudinal division from high to low. But if we see from now west to east, from region to region, how Himalaya is divided, let me describe you this. This division, that is latitudinal division, if we see from here to there, so this latitudinal division of Himalaya is demarcated by river valleys. So when we see the division, we will see from river to river. Now first one is Indus. As I said that it is one of the major river of Himalaya. So Indus from here till the Satluj, or we can say as Satluj also, it is one of the tributary of Indus. So from Indus to Satluj, this part of Himalaya in the west is known as Punjab Himalaya. Remember it, this part of Himalaya from Indus to Satluj, this area is said as Punjab Himalaya. So this is one region of Himalaya. Then if we see from this part here, from the Satluj river to the Kali river, this is Kali river, you can see I guess. So this is Satluj till Kali river, this area is known as Kumaon Himalaya. Then from Kali river to the Tista river, this is Tista river, it is known as Nepal Himalaya. This area is Nepal Himalaya. And from Tista river to Dihang river in Arunachal Pradesh, this part is known as Assam Himalaya. So this is latitudinal division of Himalaya from here to there, that means from west to east. First one we got Indus to Satluj, Punjab Himalaya, Satluj to Kali, Kumaon Himalaya, Kali to Tista, Nepal Himalaya, and from Tista to Dihang, it is Assam Himalaya. So this is latitudinal division of Himalaya. Now Himalaya is also stretching to the northeastern boundary, and this stretching of Himalaya in this northeastern part, in this way it's stretching. So this stretching of Himalaya in the northeastern part is known as Purbanchal. Here I have mentioned it, Purbanchal. Here this comprises of Patkai, Manipur, Naga and Mizo hills. In this way it comprises of these hills, and these together are known as Purbanchal. So this is stretching of Himalaya in the northeastern boundary, in the northeastern part. So this is all about Himalaya, the longitudinal division and the latitudinal division. And Himalaya is also made up of igneous, the core of the Himalaya is made up of igneous, altered, compressed rocks, and also the lower part, that is the Shivalik one, that part is made up of the sedimentary one. So these are different type of rocks which are found in Himalaya, and also it is divided according to the height. It is also divided according to different regions. So I hope this is clear to you. And yes, there is one more thing about the height of these ranges, Himadri, Himachal and Shivalik. The height of the Himadri is 6,000 meter, and the height of the Himachal is from 3,700 to 4,500, and the height of the Shivalik is from 900 to 1,100 meters, and Himadri is 6,000. So it is the highest one, 6,000 and more, and it is 3,700 to 4,500, and Shivalik last one is from 900 to 1,100. And there are some other ranges also of Himalaya, which are Pir Panjal. Pir Panjal range is the longest one. Here only in the map, if you see, you will get it. Pir Panjal range, then Dhauladhar range, Mahabharat range. These are some of the important ranges of Himalaya. Here only in your map book, in your book, you can find it out. There are many important ranges also, and there are many valleys which are found in Himalaya, like Kangra Valley, Kullu Valley. So these are some of the important valleys. So this is all about the description of Himalayan mountains. You can ask me your doubts in the comment section if you have any, and if you can understand the explanation, then do like the video, share with your friends if they need it. So for today, I have discussed about the Himalaya, and in my next video I'll discuss about northern plains. So for today, thank you very much.